Let's see what we've missed, what we can see, and who's in the lead. SATURLITY looking like they are up by 2. Kicking things off strong on that CT side of Inferno. PERTINAXES, we get to see them going straight into the gun round. AKs mostly across the board. Just took a little for Octafitji. We got more fun names, huh? He's one of the guys with crazy high matches. It's Vajbs. Is he in the game? No, so the guy with like 9.2k matches isn't playing today. But yeah, we do have that young Nicola. He's one of the vets, or at least one of the well-experienced face-it enjoyers. Who else we got? VR Hovek. Rovak? Mate, that one's... I'm just going to call him Hovak, because it kind of works. Hippie from NA. Kriya Tucker. Young Nicola. And then over for PERTINAXES, we've got Toxic, Nash, Octafitji, Octa. I'm just going to give him the Octa nickname, mate. Restyles, and Ape. So let's see where this A-site defense is going to be holding from. Hovak gets 2. Nice little spray down with the A1. 3v2 now, and SATURLITY. It is a long, late rotation, but they're going to give it a crack. I guess if they don't find anything, or if they get smoked off again, you probably just opt to save here, looking at the economy. Smoke's fading. Or at least there's the gap around the edge of it. Pushing. Toxic on 7 points of health. Isn't going to be cleared. Isn't going to be looked at. There's that bullet they needed. Swinging around. Octa gets both. And that's going to be the first round on the board for the... This is the Belgium side, right? For PERTINAXES Esports, who are majority Belgium. Get up there. I played for Addicted, says Lamone. No Elusive has issues. Elusive had issues. Oh, okay. Well, wait, was Addicted going to play with 4 players? That's crazy. That's crazy. Into a tactical for this one, though. Restyles rings a bell. I don't know why it rings a bell. Is he an editor? Or am I just making things up? Why does Restyles ring a bell for me? Does have a YouTube, but it's not the YouTube. It's definitely not the YouTube I was thinking of. The one that takes me to someone's birthday party from 2017 and a phone game. No Counter-Strike on that one, but hey, that's where we get taken. Thank you, Restyles, for the technical pause entertainment. Got it in that. So who's in the game? We got Nash. We got all them boys. Toxic. Right, Nash looking like the carry so far in terms of stats coming into this one. Styles of Ape. Yeah, it's probably Octa. So keep your eyes on Octa or Nash. Both have pretty good stats. Probably more on the Nash side of things. And then for SATURLITY, who should we keep our eyes on? So young Nicholas, stats are pretty decent. Hippie. 17 average from NA. 13 average. Kriyatika. 14. And Hovak is 14. So, yeah, probably young Nicola or Hippie. Keep your eyes on those two. Looking like they may be the sharper individuals on paper. But tech pause out of the way, and we are back live with the game. SATURLITY. 3-2 split. Heavier presence towards that B site, and PERTINAXES just being essentially gifted this banana control. Not that the CTs could really hold it just with USPs. Young Nicola. Aggressive approach all the way in the cubby at the end of halls. And he's going to keep on going forward, but there's eyes on his position. The swing as well from Nartoxic locks it in for the first pick of the round. This pistol is not looking like it will be too easy for Saturnality to cause a bit of an upset. Freestyles, nice little spray down, and the CTs tried their darndest to make anything happen, but alas, nothing gets connected on. And this is looking like a bit of a flawless one for Pertinaxes. Vrahovac, I bet you that's said in a way that I just can't say. Sometimes I wish I could speak different languages, guys. I wish I knew them all. But Mac's not a linguist. And Hovac is not in the round anymore. Hey. Cheeky Vitality spray to close things out. And Pertinaxes finding themselves a second to tie things up. Saturnality off the back of the USP round. Going to be going into the guns again for the most part. Cray attacker. Just down to the MP9. So light on the util. But everyone else is pretty happy with what they're bringing in. Nicola with the spawn. Peak and mid just dropping that hate sheet around towards the bottom, and that gets a good amount of value, all things considered. Bit of free chunk damage onto Pertinaxes. Freestyle still rocking the Mac 10. Looking to be the money man. There's the opening, and swing off the pick is damn good, but Octa doubles down. Reatic up, okay, tucked away in the smoke. If he can find the bomb here on Nash in the halls, there's a world where the round could be upset, but we aren't going to be living in that one. From NA, it's going to be able to be the only one to find value out of the round so far, but there's a two-man swing coming around the corner. And he was ready for it, but nah, Toxic trade game a little too good. There you have it, 3-2. Pertinaxes string 3 together to take the lead. Freeze time donezo. Let's see if Pertinaxes can keep on getting it done. Saturnality just going for the low bite. Nice little Nova in the mix. Let's see if we can get some shotgun action. But banana control looking pretty solid from Pertinaxes. Molly forcing Hippie into the open, but he'll escape with the CZ. Oh, and a nasty one, but the pistols, okay, laying down the groundwork to cause an upset this time. Nicola just rotating back to safety. With the two-man advantage, Saturnality. See if they can fashion a third round. Exactly what you expect. Pertinaxes just feigning that mid-pressure. We'll need to see Saturnality try to find some kind of info, and it's over towards B that they find it. From NA, still boosted up on... Oh, okay. Didn't want to get smoked off, so went gymnastic. All right, showed his best couple of little spins out into the open, and around where Saturnality were in with a very good shot, instantly goes south. M4 has been retrieved. Young Nicola looking to lead the charge, being the tip of the spear with the Nova. No, crosshair trained on the right position, but the CT seem to be backing away. Happy just to play for the next round instead. Maybe there's a world where they just get exits here. I don't know why Nicola with the Nova is the one creating space. It should be the M4 getting taken to a safer position. Boys, what is going on? What is happening? And young Nicola just waiting for the explosion. No Kev, so yeah, it should be right. Good distance from him and the C4. And he will get the upgrade right at the end of the round. 2-round lead for Pertinax. And all things considered, ADR looking quite low. Frags looking quite low, but it is still early in the game. And you can say a similar thing for Saturnity. 2 players still yet to get on the board, which could be the problem. Creatica and Nicola. Slow start for them. Dana control util was thrown from Pertinax, but it is going to be that late half-wall smoke. To extinguish the molly, try and fake some presence, but the real presence happens towards top mid. HE chunks down A, but Creatica as well here just from the half pit makes things awkward for himself and everyone around him. Still taking 2 names to the grave with him, and Octa in the meanwhile is going to hear all of this information. Rotation starting to come up, but does he get cleared in the corner? Won't get the chance. 2, and it's a double right in front of him. No read on Hippie, who might have the element of surprise. Catch the timing here on the arch side. Finds the first. I think he's seen that head on the second. Can he get the angle? Can he find him? Jumping up. Oh, hits it. No read on the third man, and it's Nash to find a freebie to close. Comes down to the 1v1. Nice attempt from Hippie, but unfortunately, just made the wrong read at the end. Pertinax, that's 5 in a row for them. All right, we called out for Creatica to get on the board, and he did, but wasn't enough to lock the round in. Pertinax. Well, we got Nash with 12k in the bank. Might need to share that love shortly. Hey, Cheese, chucking down the CTs who are going to fight fire with fire. Running at the T's. Maybe didn't go as they thought it could have. I think there was some supportive flashes across the back of them, but with no T's in Banana, failed to be effective. Havoc, or Hovac rather. Hunting for a Huandik. Sent back towards the site. Repositions into the halls where he might find more fun. Over towards Nash there. Timing kind of weird. I don't think either really saw either, but Hovac gets his mitts on the AK. Boost to the firepower. And he will escape away. I thought Nash could have been in danger there. Didn't realize how close the CTs were and how weird the timing was. Okay, smoke definitely not hitting the mark. Scaffold in the way. And often smoke going to get blocked as well. Not sure if it will matter because eyes are on all those positions. Peeks out into the crosshair of Nash, and it's not the right choice. But alas, Saturnity, 2v3 for the retake. Not going to be gifted anything through the smoke there. Good old Inferno, you should expect the save to be called already. Young Nicola having a look. Exit frags. Confidence kills, something he probably needs at the moment, just to get that momentum back. You know, it is just a best of 1. You've only got 30 minutes to an hour to play these games. No best of 3 series to warm up into it. You have to come warm. You have to come ready. Terrorists win. Hovac. Surviving with the AK-47 into the 9th. Pertinax just refreshing the weapons that they need to. Nash still rich, young and handsome. And Saturnity. They got themselves the double AWP in play. Will this be able to turn around this string of rounds that Pertinax is laying on them? Nicola. Fully at mid, little flash to take the line, and hey, third time's not the charm either. HE gets the job done off the backboard. At least gets what he was fighting for. Unfortunate couple of misses to kick off that series of events though. Shot going better for Restyles than it did for From NA. And now with at max, at most, 1 towards that A site. Pertinax, they're just going to be going in and hoping for the best, but oh my lord, they weren't hoping or expecting Creatica to show his face from Boiler. Nasty little play to fully turn the round on its head. Bomb's now down on short, and Saturnity are quickly bringing that AVP across, but From NA needs to get on the line because the bomb's about to be retrieved. He's been given time. He's been given space, but it's inches. It's inches in it. Which may end up working in his favor. Not scoped. But he's got a kit. He's got that element of surprise. But both Pertinax members, hard crossfire on site is going to be difficult to get through. And you'd have to assume he's been heard. Yep, the reposition from Nash suggests that. Double on the back of sight. Facing, waiting. Oh, okay. They've given 1v1s and it's almost worked for From NA. Octa. The alpha position up on the box instead of tucked. You can see why that's not necessarily one of the best positions. It was an off angle. But hey, you couldn't be more open. Pertinax will get it over the line for 7 back-to-back rounds. And SATURLITY almost rubbing a genie out to pull that round back with the timing in from Boiler, but alas, it's still not enough. Hippie, oh my lord, it's From N8. Just teaming up. The smoke spam gets the job done. Got here, HE. Not denying the plant. SATURLITY. I thought at this level we might have seen, you know, a bit more of this utility used while playing in church to try and, you know, do plant denial. But it feels like we aren't seeing SATURLITY really grasp, you know, the couple of map changes just yet. But I'll tell you what, they're grasping a third round. It's just there. It's just there, guys. 5v2. 5v2 turned into a 2v2. Restyles as well, catching young Nicola, running with his knife out. And SATURLITY just lost a 5v2. Got a bit big for their boots. Maybe a little bit too much chaos trying to force the fast retake. That was a rough one. That's a round you're going to have to look at the demo at and say, all right, what could we have done better? And go over the many things you could have done better. But yeah, Nash, kudos to that man. What was it? Big 3K from the on-site? Maybe even 4 at the end. I can't remember what it was, but hey, he was hitting them. Slower approach this time for Pertinax. And SATURLITY trying to change it up, going for Hall's control, straight into freezers. But young Nicola thought he had a helping hand, which was right behind him. No clearance. That is crazy. I thought he was going to double that. Corners not getting checked. Almost costing Pertinax full apps control. But hey, hard crossfire from, is that Valk and Sight looks good from NA just out in the tight line. And Nash going out ready for the refrag. SATURLITY with the cheat rotate. Going 2 men towards A. Hippie in the meanwhile. Clearing top mid. Shoulder to shoulder. And Restyles, he's just throwing a fake flash. But in the meanwhile, he's been found. And the bomb is just there in the halls. 40 seconds. And Nash has done so well in so many of these rounds. But unfortunately, this time, history will not be repeating itself. 8-3. The streak from Pertinax comes to an end. But 8 already on the T side. With the potential of a 9th and money for days. You couldn't ask for too much more if you're Pertinax at the moment. Quick technical before the final round of the half. Just getting all the little issues ironed out. But yeah, so far, I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Pertinax, you know. A couple of individuals. Nash having some crazy little sequences so far in the first half. 2005 to 06 Nash. I don't know what that means. I'm going to assume that was his prime, but he's back. Okay? He is so back. That could also be his birthday. He could be one of these Zoomers. What's that? That makes him like 20 these days, right? Maybe? That's ridiculous. That makes you feel old. I'll tell you that much. Print stream AWP, yeah. Looking good. What else are we rocking? Oh, it's something. Is something dream? Is it a lucid dream, AK? It's something. I'm not a skin guy. Guys, I'm not a skin guy. I can't remember what that one's called. Black laminate. I don't know. Well, you're testing me with that one. No. Does anyone know it? Anyone in chat? 10 points for you if you know it. Thank you. Thank you, Observer. That was what an angle. What an angle. What a time to be alive. But we are back. We are live. 3-2 split for SATURLITY. Going for a bit of a default approach. But again, pressure in the halls. Young Nicola really wants to try and find these early picks, but he's not expecting Toxic close. That's PERTINAXES with the first pick again. Seems to keep on happening. Freezer Smoke just buying some space in apartments. And PERTINAXES happy just to get aggressive, but Creatica has been spotted in the apartments, and a little whiffy one through the ground of the balcony. Won't get the job done, but Hovac almost for the triple. It looked good. It looked like he got hit with aim punch. I thought he had armor. Maybe it was something else going on. But that could just save the round for SATURLITY. Flight control is there for PERTINAXES. But Hippie, okay, a little bit of information on the swing pre-bloom. HE gonna land right on his head. Oh, but also break the smoke for Octa. So it's a 1-for-1 in the end, but from NA, shooting straight back at the Tracers. And through the smoke he goes. Oh, a dink through the wall. He's on for the 1v3 and he gets it. 5-7 to close it out. And that'll be the end of the half. 4-8. Lovely little ender from NA. 13-9. And a beautiful little punish for PERTINAXES. Maybe getting a bit big for their boots there. Into the 13th. Second half about to be live. Flipping sides. Having a bit of fun with it. Who should we be watching here? We playing spawns? Doesn't seem like it. Not on the CT side anyway. AIP in a good position to go for Banana Peak if he wants. Nash, he's looking at mid. Full of confidence. Let's see what he can do here out of spawn. Crossing. Is he fighting? Who will he see? SATURLITY with the 4-man push-up second mid. Gets a fight. 2 men invested for this one. Nothing spotted, but I believe there's some footsteps being made. Nash, can he time it? He's looking second, but he's not aware that they've already crossed into apartments, and AIP gets domed from an 8. The entry work, jumping around like a madman. Back to mid they go. Moto and Mini Pit are going to be the positions to try and crossfire, but Nash only able to get a single. And that might be round over. 2v4. PERTINAXES have already won a 2v5, so never count them out. But a 1v4, hey, that sounds a little harder. But if Toxic hits a few more like that, could be on the cards. SATURLITY. Being told to put the brakes on. Hey, there is time to win this for Toxic. Is swinging, but won't connect any more onto from an 8. Hit him on the torso, not the head, which he needed. But it's a 5th, a very much needed 5th for SATURLITY. If they want to try to grab a few more rounds here and tie things up before it gets too deep in the game. Nothing special so far for the CTs. Hey. AIP full of confidence. Be able to get that body tag onto Hippie. And Nicola is going hard. Oh my lord. I thought AIP was on that one, but it is at least refragged. Nash with an AK now at his disposal if he wants to go for it. But if he doesn't make a move, then Havoc himself a cheeky upgrade there. It's just on the corner. And that's exactly what we'll see. Hippie with mitts back on the AK. I think that Mac 10's in a position where they can just throw it at the map if needed, but it's Hovac to clear. The point man with the Mac 10 and from an 8. Returns those bullets to sender. Restyles missed chance on multiple members. You hate to see it if you're a Pertinax fan, but Saturnity in the 4v1. Looking like they are fully locked in on this one. Okay. Toxic. He's just giving it another crack. The more damage, the merrier. On the CT side, every bullet counts, but an AK is a nice little surprise going into your first gun round. It's time to stop. Hooks, for reference, I don't know if that's his birthday. It's all speculation. It's all pure speculation until we get the actual information, you know what I mean? Foster, yes, it is love. And he's young, Nick. They are from Serbia, so just around the corner from Nico. Ooh. Slow approach here. Expecting the smoke, and young Nicola going to be punished for it. Oh, jumping across the top. Hippie not getting away with that one. And Pertinax fortified on the B side. AIP with the lineup, and the CT's looking damn good for another round. A site's locked in. It's just from an 8 to try and win the 1v5. And you can see that Restyles, he's going to be fighting for his right to win another. 9 secured for the CTs now. Finally on the board for the second half. It took a few, but they managed to slow it down. Saturnity going to be buying up with every dollar they've managed to save from the previous couple. Okay. And even with the lighter weaponry, it's worked out damn well, Saturnity. 2 picks for the start, but they need to find a little bit more. And this is that change at apps that makes things so weird. Just that the railing getting put back in, makes it so much harder to get out as a T. You can't really clear the balcony side, and then you got to jump up or choose to jump up and not clear balcony instead, and it just makes your options more limited and helps to favor the CTs. It's a perfect example of it. Hovac, in the meanwhile, just going to be dancing around, looking for anything at top mid. Solid with the bomb. Cubby's getting mollied. Restyles jiggling kind of wide. Opts to just fall back, and 10 seconds or so. Good time to drop that smoke, but he goes a little early and tries to fight through it. Spots the T's up banana, and will call for a rotation. Hovac, in the meanwhile, making noise here at A, so they know that someone's still lurking. But I don't think the bomb has been spotted. And with that smoke Fading in about 10 seconds. There is still time for SATURLITY to go for the full commit. Back towards this B site. Contact in. Restyles in a good position to try and play retake. Just locking onto the church control. But also slices the site in half. And now the bomb has a big job ahead of him. Crossing the site. Spotted. Tapping. But relentlessly, Restyles locking in that B site again. 14 and 12 now. Doing a fantastic job at holding onto that B site control. And SATURLITY. The money finally broken. And there's just a couple of deagles. They're going for the force here. They're going kind of all in. No, mate, no. Young Nicola. Hero Mac 10 to try and create some space. They came to their senses and sold the pistol buys. But hey, there you go. Trade game's good. Mac 10 gets the job done. Bit of extra cash in the bank. 2 more kills, and it's like he's just saved anyway. Hey, Glocked. Not going to happen. Not toxic. There for the cover, and it's fortunate for Restyles. Just facing with util out that aggressively. Mate, that's a choice. It's a choice that could cost him around. Priatica missed a couple of chances, but will opt for the tunnels approach and may get in behind enemy lines with the CTs. They're just running back to the B site. So much info as they are aware the bomb has slipped the wickets all the way into CT. Big damage to find another, but he knows that there's one more to find. 58 seconds. And Nash won't catch a timing through Speedway, but Restyles here. 1 bullet and he's done. And there's all the info in the world for Nash to try and clutch. 1v2. This was almost a full eco from SATURLITY, by the way. But Nash could let him know that it doesn't matter anyway. Incendiary provides cover to swing through. And Nash does it again. Look at the man. 17 and 6. Big 2K to clutch when it may not have been necessary. But hey, we are all over the shop right now. SATURLITY. NT's in the chat for that. But you gotta finish him. You gotta finish him. Top mid smoke. SATURLITY looking for that mid control. PERTINAXES just dumping util all over the shop, expecting a faster approach from SATURLITY. Not toxic. Sending the couple back onto Hippie. Finds him through that bottom banana smoke. 1-3 split now for PERTINAXES. Still with more defense here towards the A site. AYP get an opportunity to connect with the AWP. Octa as well going to be up on the balcony. So most players' positions known here, and now all 3 show their hand. Octa pulling that flash out. Oh, it's awkward. It's a bad flash for him. And the picks come through for Priatica instead. Straight up short. And with Nash going down, SATURLITY. Surely they don't lose this one. Surely they tuck in and get it done. 1, 2, 3, swing together. Young Nicola going to be taking the head that he needed to. 11-7. SATURLITY not backing down, not yet. That's huge. Off the back of the couple of rounds that have been super close, like 1v1, 1vx scenarios, you can see now that PERTINAXES economy is in a bit of a rough position. So much so that Nartoxic's gone down to the Nova. 21 and 13 and ripping this stick out. What can he do with a Nova? You can go to apartments, if you can get up there. Close range weapon. MP9 there to try and finish what the Nova starts, and the Nova didn't start a thing. And the MP9 couldn't finish anything. Again, you've seen teams just fail again and again at taking this apartment's control aggressively as the CTs. Restyles will be all the way in with the 5-7. Radica tucked in the corner. Going to be found. Actually, that's the bomb on the ground. I thought Saturnity were going to be in pole position to close this one out. But just like that, Pertinax not bringing too much in. And that molly tick is going to be heard. Time on the clock for From NA to cook something up. And the bomb is just there for the taking. Restyles going for the flank angle. And the timing should favor him. Oh my lord. Beautiful timing on the flick back from NA. But AIP threading the needle into apartments just at the right time to trade. We'll give him a few match points to play with. 12 on the board. What have we got? 5 chances to close. As Saturnity now have to play for overtime if they want a chance at winning here on Inferno. Nicola given an opportunity from T-Stairs. But Saturnity all the way through their molly at Banana from an 8. Getting very frisky with the attempt at the entry. It's got some early utility from the CTs. What we got going on here? That bad CT smoke coming through. Nash in a power position to play across the top. And oh, the T's, they thought that they made a little tunnel, a little smoky tunnel. But nah, Toxic was watching the perfect spot, the little gap in him. And off the back of all of this, Pertinax have managed to send AIP back towards the A site in time. From N8. The only rifle here to use is going to regroup with the pack. Heavy attention drawn towards apps, but it's the long wrap they need to worry about. AIP double scoped. Let's go back for seconds, but can't connect on a damn thing. And there is now space towards CT. Pertinax is aware of it. Nash, though, drawn towards the attention of the Deagle shot. And it's just going to be the X7 apps to try and hold. It's not the position you want to be in. Damage at the closest member, but hey, again, just trying to jump over that bar, trying to jump over the railing is going to take another victim. 12 and 8 should be the scoreline. Nah, Toxic, he loves going for these. But you look at the money, and he's got that A1S, which is going to be crucial into the next, and then on forward. There's some good-looking kegs, you know, good-looking Banana. You can see that there's less visual clutter here now, guys. Everything should be easier to see, especially on the walls. So if you're swinging as a CT, it should be easier to see any Ts just standing out in the open. I think it's a little... Is it a little tighter or a little wider now?
Terrorists win.
Can't remember what the other changes were, but most of it was visual. And see, we're playing... I think we watch on high settings. So sometimes you can't really see the changes. I feel like when you watch on low settings, there's a lot that can be seen, or I guess less that can be seen because everything's kind of blurred because we're degenerates that like frames per second, and that's okay. That's okay. That's what we need to run our high hertz monitors. I have got confirmation from one of our lovely observers that it is wider, slightly wider Banana now. Flashes coming through. Ineffective on the T's, but there's another. Or is that a... Smokey's got pranked. Okay. Many flashes coming through. Missed opportunities. Octa going to be kicking himself. Oh. Gets it this time. Connects. And there's big work done on the Hovac and Hippie too. So you might see Pertinax closing things out on this lackluster buy. But we need to see some trades coming through, and Restyles is going to be doing just that. A chance for a couple of upgrades. And the lock in from Toxic to lock down the B site once more. Bomb on the ground, and young Nicola, I think he's disappointed. You see him walking, looks like he's taking his hand off the mouse. 1v4 to keep the dream alive, but Pertinax are winning with 5 sevens to the look of it. Is it over? Are we ending things? Nicola, knifing in the smoke. Giving Pertinax some more audio cues. The smoke to fade shortly. No, you to left. The only opportunity he's going to be given. Goes fleeting. P250. No chance it anymore. And that will be that. What a game. What a little bit of fun that was. And Counter-Strike, we love it.